To do calculations regarding correlation on your graphics calculator, you need to follow a few steps. The first thing we're going to do is head to the menu, which will then take us to the statistics section. So we can use the arrows here to move around, or we can press the number 2 to take us directly into statistics. Here we have some lists of data, or you can put some lists of data in. I'm just going to put in some data really quickly. So all you need to do is just type in the number, press execute, it'll go down to the next number, and so on and so forth. I'm just going to put in a handful of numbers here. Okay, and then I'm going to put in some more numbers. Okay, this is all made up data. You would obviously be trying to get some real data to work with. What we're then going to do is graph this. So we press F1, so graph sitting above the F1 button. And we're just going to check our settings to make sure that it's all correct. And this is what you want to see. So scrolling down, the graph type should be scatter, so pressing F1 if it says something different. XList should be list 1. If you need to change it, press list F1 and then put in the number 1. Press execute. And then YList should be list 2. And frequency should be 1. Again, if that says something different, you want to press that 1, so F1 right there. Press exit, and you get back to this screen. And then we want to draw graph number 1. And you can see here that I've got a scatter plot. In order to perform some calculations with this, what we want to do is look at two things. What is the equation of the straight line that I would draw through these points to best represent the relationship between these two variables, and how closely do the points fit that single straight line. So it's not going to be just a dot to dot, right? We're going to draw, it's almost like we're getting a ruler and we're just drawing one single straight line that fits these dots as well as it can. To do that, we're going to calculate. So we're going to press F1. We're looking at a linear line, so just an X. And then you may have a couple of options here. I always choose AX plus B. And this gives us our line equation. So the line equation that we have here is y is equal to AX plus B. So the line equation itself would be y is equal to negative 1.5x plus 11.3. That's the equation of the line that we would draw through these points. These two values here tell us some important information about how closely these points are going to fit this line. R is either going to be positive or negative. This is negative, which means the line is going to go down, so it's got a negative relationship. R squared is pretty close to 1, which means it's going to be a good relationship. R squared is always going to be between 0 and 1. 0 means it's hardly any relationship. 1 means there's a really strong relationship. What we can do here is we can draw this relationship by pressing F6. You can see the single straight line. You can see that the dots aren't exactly on the line, but they're all pretty close to it. And that's the process that we're going to use. What we can do with that information now is going to be in the next video.